This video is about common mistakes with if statements. So I'd say the most common mistake to make with an if statement is to put a semicolon at the end of the line like this. Remember, a semicolon is like a period at the end of your sentence. So this is a very strange sentence. If percent is larger than 90, I've left you hanging. You want to know if the percent is larger than 90, then what? So that's a signal that you ended the idea that this line is expressing too early. So you don't want to end the idea here. Instead, you have an opening and a closing brace, because that's what says what you should do if this question ends up being true. So I'm saying if the percent is greater than 90, then do this stuff. The same problem is going to happen if you have a semicolon, even if you do have the opening and closing braces here. What this is going to do is it's going to ask the question, but then no matter what the answer is, it's going to do this anyway. So even if you type a percent that's not larger than 90, it's still going to say that you got an A. Another easy way to go wrong is to remember the opening brace, but forget the closing brace. And now it looks like the problem is way down here because you see the red underlining. A good way to tell if your braces are matched up with each other is to click on one of them, and you see that before I clicked, nothing's highlighted, but when I click, it highlights this one and also this one down here. You might also be able to see this faint vertical line coming down from the I in if, and it's going down, and then there's nothing at the bottom. That's a signal that we're missing a closing brace, because the closing brace is always straight down from the if statement where you have the opening brace. And you can see that that's true not just for if statements. So up here, public static void main, I have an opening brace. And if you look down this line that goes straight down, you see a closing brace here. And if I click on the closing brace, you see that the computer has highlighted this one that it matches with. So the computer has a lot of clues for you about which ones match with each other. But if you forget to do one, everything might go wrong. Another common thing to forget is to forget to put your question inside parentheses. So you can't just say if percent is greater than 90. You have to put the parentheses there as a way of showing the computer where your question is. It's between those two parentheses. If I wanted to check to see if the percent was exactly equal to the number 100, I could do it this way. The two equal signs mean that we're asking a question. Is the value on the left the same as the value on the right? And that's a yes or no question, which is what it needs to be inside here. It's very, very common to have a single equal sign because you're used to thinking about equal sign as asking the question, are these equal? But in Java, a singles equal sign is an action. It's saying take this value and save it inside this variable. And so you can't do an action inside an if statement like this. I can't say take 100 and save it inside percent. I'm not trying to do any action at all. I'm trying to ask a yes or no question. So in Java, one equal sign is the action of saving. Two equal signs is asking the question, are they equal, yes or no? Another common way to go wrong is to try and use this double equal sign to compare text. In this code, I'm asking the question, are you ready? And whatever they type gets saved inside answer. And then I'm trying to say, if they typed the word yes, then let's say let's go. The problem is, and you can see that IntelliJ has highlighted this, if I put my mouse here, it says string values are compared using double equals, not equals. And what it's saying is that's the problem. You can only use two equal signs to compare numbers and some other things that I haven't told you about. If you want to compare text, you have to say dot equals and then put the text that you want to compare it to inside parentheses. So now everything I have highlighted, that's the question that's saying, is the answer that they typed equal to the word yes?